We're just over a week away from Super Tuesday elections. As locals prepare to use their voices next week, we want to share a story about a time when not everyone was allowed to do the same. Our Kayla Carlisle has more.
I want to paint you a picture, but first we'll have to rewind back to the 1960s. Now imagine having to pay just to vote in an election, or having to pass a literacy test that's actually aimed to make you fail just so you can't use your voice to vote. Well, that was the reality in the state of Alabama not that long ago. In fact, it was just 50 years ago. Now, as we prepare for another presidential election this year, we take a look back at how far the state of Alabama has come and how far it still has to go when it comes to equal voting rights. It wasn't that long ago when black people in Alabama had to fight for their voting rights. One of those black voters was Beulah Toney of Madison County. She says those days are some that she'll never forget.
You could only register one day, and I had to be able to read the Constitution of the United States and repeat the preamble to register to vote.
According to Miss Toney, if a black person wanted to vote before 1965 in Madison County, they had to do exactly that. Plus, they had to swear that they were a citizen and come with an in-person recommendation signature.
I had one lady, she and I was the same age, she was white, and told me she didn't have to do all of that.
And then on August 6, 1965, President Lyndon B. Johnson passed the Voting Rights Act, which banned racial discrimination in voting practices. That act came months after Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. led his marches through Alabama. One of those marches, Miss Toney was a part of. Were you involved in any protests?
Oh, yeah, back in the 60s. When they came to Huntsville, I met Martin Luther King back in the 60s.
But being a part of a march wasn't as easy as just showing up. It came with its consequences.
Now, I could do that because I was working for a black company. See, if you were working for a white company, you would get fired.
Now she uses her voice to get more black voters to the polls.
You keep your history. You know your history. I know my history. I want to keep my history. I want my grandkids to know my history. But I don't want them to be angry with you because of my history. But don't forget where you came from, because you forget where you're going.
Putting the Valley first, I'm Kayla Carlisle, WZDX News.
And to hear more of Miss Toney's story, go to rocketcitynow.com or download our new WZDX app.